Morning traders, daily market analytics. We're back and I have quite an important announcement to make today. It looks like the counter trend short-term cycle is on the move. Now I have been suspecting that that's the case, but I wanted to give it another couple of days to make sure and take action upon that move. So when I say counter trend short-term cycle is on the move, I mean that we have our general trend, and you can see this in many areas, especially all the Japanese yen currencies, and we know that we are on the upside ever since that huge swift spike here, that swift move down and up that took place around the beginning of January. Ever since then, price is on the upside. However, we've noticed the difficulties that price was having to break above a key resistance level, 76.39. Now, we were actually involved in a bullish position up until price had failed here on that 76.39. It failed once, then it failed twice, then we had another touchdown here slightly, and prices begin to, as you can see, begin to capitulate. Let's take a look at that from the weekly perspective. Quite interesting. You can see that last week was that serious attempt to break through, and right now things are totally reversing. Now, if you look at what's going on that short-term cycle I was describing, so what I think is going on here is price will just continue a trading range that it was starting to develop, a lower case trading range. We only have here two legs. The second leg was pretty, the move here all the way to the top resistance, and the failure to break through that was pretty significant. Now we have that turnaround, so I figured out that it's more likely that we'll see another downside leg, which would be the third leg. So the potential here is pretty clear. First, we should be visiting the 75.40. Right, that's an important obstacle. We saw that in the previous attempt to break through, and now once we get there, 75.40, once we cross that key level, there should be no obstacles along the way, all the way to 74.30, the lower section here, and that's going to be the key level that we're going to focus on as primary price target. Right, so we're going to use 75.40. Possibly for partial execution as a secondary price target, but we're definitely going to focus on 74.30 as that short-term cycle seems to be on the move. We're going to start with stop loss level at 77. Now, this is a counter trend move, right? So naturally, it's riskier than taking a position with the general trend. Right now, we're trying to play out what seems to be that sideways correction, right? I'm going to take you to the big picture here. This is the big setup coming from the monthly chart. We just came off the lower section here. Eventually, I think we should be heading towards the upper section here, especially this key level here, 80.65. But that's from the medium to long-term perspective, right? So right now, we're basically taking a counter trend move, trying to catch that that downside correction that seems to be beginning to escalate, right? So I started small here. As price continues to push downwards, I will continue and build up this bearish position, this short position. So that's about that for this one, guys. We're bearish on the New Zealand versus the Japanese yen, at least for the short-term perspective. See you in the next video.